Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be showing you how to prepare cake using either your Instant Pot or your Ninja Foodie. Now I came up with this recipe a few months ago when my oven broke and I just realized I cannot live without cake. So try this recipe out and you won't be disappointed. Now let's get started. This sponge cake we're making today couldn't be any simpler. I'm cracking 4 eggs into my bowl along with 3/4 cups of sugar, and I'm gonna flavor this with some vanilla extract, but you could use lemon zest too if you please. This is gonna take that eggy taste away from the cake. Now in order to get that foamy, spongy texture, you'll need to whip these eggs for 20 minutes. No more, no less, so get that timer out so you can be exact. This cake does not use any baking powder. It'll just rely on all that air you're going to be whipping into these eggs and the sugar, of course, which will give this cake all of its structure. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. I post recipes every single week, so be sure to subscribe and click that notifications bell so you won't miss out on them. Now you'll know this egg mixture is ready when it becomes glossy and stiff and has quadrupled in volume. It's time to add the last ingredients. The flour. You'll need to use some cake flour, such as this kind, but if you don't have any cake flour on hand, just omit 1 tablespoon from the measurement and replace it with cornstarch. But whichever you use, be sure not to skip this step of sifting it. It's very important that when we combine these dry ingredients to all of that whipped up egg, it's folded in just until it's incorporated. So remove any lumps from the flour and fold it in until it's combined, being sure also to scrape the edges of the bowl. I'm gonna pour all of this prepared batter into a greased and floured 8-inch cake pan that's been lined with some parchment paper. Once it's all in there, you'll want to cover the cake with a piece of foil because while this bakes in the Foodie or Instant Pot, the heat from the top fan is super strong. It'll just brown the cake up too quickly. So cover it, and lastly, don't forget to cut a vent through the top to allow that steam to escape. Place the cake onto your rack and pop it right into your Ninja or Instant Pot, or heck, even your preheated oven. It's time for the fun part. I'm gonna turn it on and put it on the bake setting, and for the temperature, you'll need to set it to 350 degrees for 40 minutes. Start the Ninja and sit back patiently, waiting for this cake to be ready. Now once the time is up, the Ninja will turn off, but you'll need to prop the lid slightly open with a wooden spoon. This cake needs to cool down slowly for about 10 minutes before removing it. So remove it thereafter and run your knife along the edges. Flip it over onto a plate or the cooling rack. This cake could be prepared 3 days ahead and wrapped tightly with some plastic, which will be kept into the refrigerator. But can we stop and talk about the different varieties of fillings you could use for this cake? It's the perfect texture, ready to absorb 3 leches or some juicy sugared berries. Pile it high with some layers of whipped cream. This sponge cake will keep its structure, so be sure to add plenty of fillings or frostings to get that maximum flavor. Don't miss out on this special recipe, perfect for any birthday. Prepared in an oven or an Instant Pot, follow these steps and you'll certainly be glad that you gave it a try.